Your existence matters. I want you to know that. Your existence matters. It is important that you are here. And I'm saying this to all the people who have lost hope, who don't know if they're going to make it to tomorrow, who don't know what the world or life is going to bring tomorrow, what challenges, if there's going to be any positive things to get out of tomorrow. Because today, or maybe yesterday, or maybe the past year was just so horrible. You don't even know how you're going to get through it. And I'm not saying this as a person who is so far removed, right? Like, I don't know what it's like. I know exactly what it's like. 2024, I really thought was gonna be like my year, like it felt like a good year. 2024 sounds good. um I won't say it was a bad year. I will say that from September of 2023 um to the end of 2024, my life drastically changed, and I didn't know. Every day I didn't know what was going on with my body. Um, yeah, it was hard to keep going every day. Um, September 3rd, 2023, I was getting ready for school. I had I had been in school for a little while. I think it was probably my third semester. Um, I was going part time. That semester, actually, I was planning to go full time. It was my first semester that I was going to go full time. I was really excited about it. I was trying to set myself up positively. I was like, okay, I'm going to get all my stuff together. I went to the store, I drove there, I was able to walk in the store, get what I needed, come back home, try to put things together and everything. And I felt this really sharp, intense pain on my left side of my lower back to butt area. And I'd never felt nothing like that before. So I was like, all right, maybe that's my sign to go take a nap. Like, chill out. Don't try to do too much. You already got all your classes. Maybe I got some anxiety going because I've never felt that before. So I was like, okay. I went to sleep. I was probably asleep for like 3 hours. And y'all, I don't know how to take naps. I'm not taking 15, 30-minute naps. When I take naps, it'd be like 2, 3 hours, or more like 3 or 4 hours. But anyway, I digress. Um, I woke up and I could not move. It took me 2 hours to reach for my phone and to try and scoot myself to the floor. But by the time I did slide myself to the floor, I was even more excruciating pain because I was in such a weird position I couldn't lay down to try to help myself, to try to go to the bathroom. I actually really had to go to the bathroom and I could not go because I couldn't move. And it was horrible. I was able to call my mom. My mom came up, and the only way I was able to move was to take Advil and to my mom rubbed Voltaren on. If you know what it is, it's like a gel, really strong gel that is really for people with arthritis or whatnot. But my mom had some, and she like rubbed it on my back and my legs, so I was able to crawl to the bathroom. That was September 3rd. That whole week, I tried to figure out how I was gonna get into classes. So I moved my classes a little bit so that it didn't start until the next week. And so I had a little bit more time. At 33 years old, I had to walk into my first class on a walker. And I'd never been on a walker before. So I was using a walker that my dad bought from Walgreens and a cane that used to be my great aunt's cane that he found in the basement. So those were the ways I was getting around. I thought when I went to the doctor, my doctor told me that it was going to be 6 weeks. It was not 6 weeks. I did physical therapy. Actually felt good that I was doing it. I did everything the physical therapist told me to do. I was doing my workouts at home too, and actually started getting worse. More debilitating, less mobility. And the second time, well, I'll say I found out my doctor didn't really believe me, and I'll tell you more about that, but that really messed me up. So January of 2024, I walked into the year realizing, well, not walked. I went into the year realizing that at least for the year or for a while, I'll be disabled. And I'm not when I say that, I'm not taking that on as that is who I am, like my personality or something like that. Like, so just know what I'm saying is that I have a disability. That's what I'm saying. Those who get it, get it. That's what I had to come to the realization of, because I told myself, like, Ashley, if you do not accept that this is what you're going through, you are not going to make it. We need to be able to go get some services, get some help, get a new doctor. If you gotta change insurance, that's what you gotta do. If you gotta like figure out how you can get a wheelchair or something, like get some stuff to help you in the bathroom, get some stuff to help you. There's so many people out in the world that are moving on with their lives. Let's do that. Like, let's get to there. And so that is what I tried to do. Now, not everything worked. I applied for Social Security disability. As anyone who has applied for that knows, that regardless of if you how severe your disability is, a lot of people don't get approved the first time. So I'm still in that process. Anyway, there's a lot of things that I tried to do. But I had to come to the realization of, like, okay, in order for you to get through this, you got to get through it. And so that's what I tried to do. And I was like, okay, maybe if I do all these things, then by June, when my birthday is in June, by then I'd be a little bit better. Like, I'd be able to have a handicapped parking spot probably, or at least have the application in. I'd be able to maybe have a wheelchair, some kind of device to help me get around. Like, I have something I can go outside with, because at that point, after physical therapy and stuff, I can't even explain. I have to do a whole nother video on how that happened. But anyway. After that whole experience, like, it was days where, especially while it was cold here in Chicago, I couldn't think about walking down the stairs. It was so many times that I tried walking down the stairs and I couldn't. So every single day, after I was able to check stuff off my list and found out it just don't work as fast. Like the process of trying to get all this stuff help the way you need it, and trying to get an MRI, get these tests, talk to doctors, talk to specialists, all of that stuff, it just does not go as fast as you really need it to. And so you got to go through the process. And every day that I had to realize, wow, it's hard for me to get up and go to the bathroom. It's hard for me to cook for myself. It's hard for me to do this for myself. I was able to get a home health aide, and that was really helpful. But I'm a very independent woman. And there are certain things I just like a certain kind of way. And so, it was difficult, to say the least. And every day, my mental health was going down. I had worked really hard in recovery to just, if I was home, not to be watching TV all the time, to go out and do things. I had routines. I had different things I was doing. And I couldn't do those things anymore. Unless I was pushing myself to go to a doctor's appointment, I couldn't go outside. And it was horrible. So I would cry all day. All day. I would cry. I would pray, and I would cry, and I would be like, God, what's up? Like, what are you doing? I would be angry with God. All types of things. Like, and so many times, I was like, what's the point? What's the point in being here if I can't do nothing? I can't be myself. I don't know if this is going to get worse or better. I'm not on any kind of, I'm only on pain medication. And so the pain medication that I was on initially very intensely was making me dizzy. I was falling, but I was like by myself. So it was a lot. I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to rush through a story that has so many more layers to it than I can really explain in a short amount of time. But I say all of this to say that's 2025. Every single day of 2024, I did not want to be here. And I did not know how I was going to get to the next day. And there were certain times that I was afraid to be in my own body because I was in such pain. Even taking pain medication, I was in pain. I was stiff. I was trying to do the things I needed to do, but it just, I don't know, it wasn't working. And so I know what it's like. I know what it's not like every day to do everything you could possibly do, and it just not work yet. And it does not look like things are going to work out. And not only does it not look like it, but it feels like all hope is lost. And it's something about things that are happening out in the world, things that are going on in our minds, things that are happening in our bodies. It confirms the thoughts that there's no point. But I want you to know, at the end of the day, that your existence matters, that we need you here. We need good people like you. We need people with your ideas. I know you think that the world is full of people who are mean, I know you could possibly be thinking and feeling that the world is full of people who may be mean, may be heartless. And if they are good people, that they're not as loud as the bad ones, or that, I don't know what you might be thinking. But all I can say is that I believe in you. I know what it's like. I don't know exactly what you are going through, but I know that it's so heavy to feel like there's no point. But I believe that you matter. And I believe that there are things that we don't know. We don't know everything about what's going on in the world at every place at any time. And a lot of the times that brings on anxiety. But I am holding that as a part of my hope. And sometimes my hope looks like this. Like this. Yeah. Sometimes it looks like that. But I want you to know that even with that, that's something you can hold on to. So I wanted to do a video for people who are going through what I've gone through. Even if it's just that you feel so alone and so impossible. Despite what I've gone through, and despite what I am going through, what I'm going to continue to be going through and living through, I believe that I can live a vivid and vibrant life despite living with chronic pain, mental illness, all of those things. This has been Vivid and Vibrant Life with Ashley. I thank you for listening. And I hope that this community that we build is one where we can support one another. So if there's something that you are going through, a challenge that you're going through, share in the comments how you're getting through it. And if you don't know how you're getting through it, hey, that's okay. Maybe we can share encouragement in the comments. So, like, comment, share. Please subscribe so you can see more of my videos to come. But I hope that you remember, if you remember nothing else from this video, that you matter. Your existence matters. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.